Hey, what's the haps up in this hizzy, my homies?
Bro got
Well,
that thing hanging on his desk. All I
welcome.
heard was a thud.
That was my hand. I was hanging out for doing that. But hello, welcome back to DDiscussioMs or discussions with DDM. But that's lame when you say it like that. I'll give you an option to be lame, so there you go. But if you have trouble pronouncing, let me find the pronunciation. Here it is. You have trouble pronouncing it. Here's the pronunciation. Did ska shums.
If you don't understand how to pronounce it, even still, I swear we're gonna call our good old buddy Poindexter. You're gonna wind up like a certain someone on the first episode of Born Again.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, we are here. I am David. Hello. And here's Mr. MovieBlaze, Ty.
What's up?
How are you doing this fine evening?
I'm doing good, doing good. Just got back, just got back from watching that Elf Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, and I'm feeling pretty good.
Good. The animation looked really good.
Yes.
So, that's one of the appeals I've had for it. But cool. How's work and everything? You're working at a theater. That must be fun.
Wait, what?
How's work going at the movie theater? Is it going okay?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was eating chips.
Sorry.
But yeah, work has been fine.
Good. That's good. Sorry, you can eat your chips. I didn't mean to disturb your chips.
Oh no, it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah. But Donovan's here. Hey, Donovan. How's everything going with you?
I'm getting there, honestly.
Yeah. Understandable. What's going on with you? What's
Well, other than the storm that we're in the precipice of having here, I've just been I've just been crunching with studies on school because I've had 2 back-to-back tests, and one of them, my glorious science teacher decides, let's rebrand the test that you just took and add a second chapter to it. Even if you passed, you still taking that thing again.
Wow.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it till the last day it's due. That way I get like 2 weeks worth of studying to happen.
Right.
Not to mention I have a history test that's on Monday.
Yeah.
I still need to message him about that too. It's like, if we're gonna have this test and we already passed, do I need to take it again? If I take it again, I'm just waiting the 2 weeks out.
Right. Well, this just goes out to all of you. If you're in college, just drop out when you can. If you can, you can. There's no.
I can, but the thing is, it's like this is my last year, and I kind of want to ride it out.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing. But for those starting college right now, just or whatever you want to do. College is good.
College is good, but at the same time, it ain't for everybody.
No.
And that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're on different sides. So, I mean.
Or if you want to, go to community college.
That's what well.
That's what I did.
Yeah. That's what I did for a little bit. Yeah. Big colleges are. Because my sister went to a big college, and some of the teachers didn't really care, so they were just, getting by. But at least with the community colleges, some of the teachers are like really good, and so. But yeah, What are we doing today? Well, we are reviewing a film that came out this week called Novocaine, and it's starring Jack Quaid from The Boys, who plays Huey from The Boys. My first introduction to him, as probably as well as other people here, probably I don't know, but we'll talk about that. Ty has seen it, and I've seen it so far. And we'll be talking about Daredevil Born Again, at least the first 2 episodes, because we have not watched episode 3 yet, and we'll get to it. But and just talking like normal. But Ty,
Yo,
what would you give this movie out of 10? This
I would,
Novocaine movie.
I would give it an 8 out of 10.
All right. Tell us what you like about this movie.
It's pretty good. I like the comedy was spot on. Some of the jokes were hit and miss, but most of them just landed for me.
Mm.
It was very gory. It was pardon my friends. It was a fucking wild ride from beginning to end. The action sequences were badass. They were spot on. And Jack Quaid, as David mentioned, he's in The Boys, and he did a fantastic job in this movie.
Mm.
A friend who I have a friend who saw it today, and he said that the character that Jack Quaid plays reminded him of Huey from The Boys. Just a normal dude, living a normal life, and then all of a sudden, bam, he's just whipped into a situation with superpowers, you know.
Mm.
And I like the concept of Novocaine being this character whose only superpower he cannot feel pain, and I thought it was brilliant.
Mm.
You know, that was pretty creative in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah.
But that's my thoughts.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
Oh,
I'm gonna recommend it. I recommend it.
Oh,
yeah,
wow, David being nice about something.
I know it's crazy, isn't it? No, I enjoyed it. I really liked this movie. I was more out of all the movies I've watched this year. I mean, it's not much, but out of the movies I've seen so far this year, I've been more invested in this one than I was all the other ones. And like the plot is like, okay, you know what's going to happen in the end, but it's still serviceable enough and still well made enough. Jack Quaid he does a good job. He's not like a typical leading man, but it was still very well done on his part, and I'm glad he's growing more into the movie business. Well, I know he used to be in Hunger Games, but he's grown in popularity more, I should say, because of like The Boys and stuff, and he does a good job.
Oh yeah, I also want to add in he was in Scream.
He was in Scream.
Scream 5.
5, yeah.
And he was just recently in a film called Companion, which is also really good.
Yeah. He's in bangers right now. Well, Scream 5, I have no idea if that was good or not. But
oh, it was good.
No. So he is good. Some of the supporting characters are they're serviceable enough. Jacob Batalon was the guy who plays Ned is in this movie, and
you're not Wolverine.
You're not Wolverine.
Oh yeah, he was funny in this film. He had me cracking up so much. That line where it says "You're not Wolverine," that's not in the actual movie. Just letting you guys know.
Man.
Yep. So sorry, guys. Um, I personally didn't like him in the movie, but that's me. Um, eh, I I thought some of the funnier moments were with Jack Quaid's character more. I think, and yeah, it was brutal. It was a brutal movie. Especially with these punching the glass on the floor and using it to punch another guy in the face. That was, and thinking about it just makes me. Ugh. But let's see. Some of the filmmaking is pretty good. I like the shots. They had some really good shots in the movie. Writing's not exceptional, but it's like not. It's um not too bad. I think it's like the story itself is like the themes and stuff. I could kind of see it working pretty well. Um, the only thing I will say though, uh, spoilers if you even care. Um, there he does survive at the end of the movie.
Damn it.
Yeah, I personally, I think it would have been interesting to see him die at the end, just because that would be such a good contrast. Like, he doesn't feel pain, and he's getting stabbed and stuff all the like a bunch. And like he you know passes out from all the pain and stuff, but he later recovers. But it would have been interesting to see him die, I think. And also, the girl that gives him meaning in life, he would do anything for her, sounds like, and having him sacrifice himself, I think that would have been interesting. But the ending was satisfying enough. Also, I wasn't expecting the girlfriend to be in on the bad guy's side. I don't know if you saw that coming, Ty, but that was I wasn't expecting it. He's probably eating chips. Let's see. The cast was pretty good though, for the most part. It's just a fun movie. I'd recommend it if you want to watch it. It's like, yeah, it's like um, serviceable enough, but it's like it reminds me of Nobody, uh, for the most part. Um, and I like movies, those kinds of action movies. So yeah, 7 out of 10. I think it's pretty good.
I think they should call Nobody to Somebody and then have a third movie called Everybody.
Or
Tie it up
anybody.
loosely. Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody could be like a spin-off fourth one. Literally no one. And then it's like the fifth one. But yeah. Daredevil Born Again. I talked about it last episode, how I thought of the first two episodes. But I want to hear from Donovan and Ty. So, Donovan, I rewatched them with you. And what do you think so far?
I feel born again. Pun intended. Nah, I'm playing. But for real though, it's not bad so far. I didn't like the beginning of episode 1 though, because there was like so much going on. Like episode 1 in general felt like they were doing stuff they were doing so much so fast in one episode. It felt like there wasn't enough breathing room. Like, spoilers if you haven't seen episode 1 or 2 yet. Well, mostly episode 1. But Foggy gets shot and possibly killed by Bullseye. Even though, like, I get we've had him for 3 seasons in the previous show. Why kill him off in the first episode's beyond me.
Mm-hmm.
They fight. Him and Daredevil fight. Literally, man's had all this preparation in the time of the world. His best strategy is, I stabbed Daredevil. I'm going to run away. I'm gonna briskly and slowly walk up steps to escape from Daredevil. Even though you've had a few years to prepare for this, man. I'm just going to throw knives at him with an unprotected armor, with unprotected clothing, and a ski mask, and a t-shirt, and a beer gut. This is as best as we can do.
Exactly. Yeah.
I do like the part, though, because it just made him feel like more or less pettier than Reverse Flash. When Daredevil's like, why? Like, why would you do that to Foggy? All Bullseye does is just pat him on the shoulder and just smiles. I like that. That was cool.
Yeah.
And even though I don't hate this idea, I didn't mind Matt pushing him off the roof. What I didn't like, however, was Bullseye surviving.
Yeah.
Because he just survives a fall from a building, head first, mind you, and just wakes up like it's nothing. And then in court, and I even told David this: why does he have a scar on his cheek, but no head wound? Even if it happened a year later, like you would think there was like some scars, some stitching marks. No, but he has a scar on his cheek. Either you have both or none at all. You can't have one without the other.
Yeah.
I think he should have died right there. I mean, I guess this might be set up maybe to get the canonical suit in the future. I don't know. It's
right.
I understand where Karen's coming from, though, leaving, but at the same time, why come back if you're just going to leave?
Right.
And another thing, too, is like they rushed Kingpin being mayor. It's like first he's campaigning. He's campaigning to be mayor. I'm going to do this, that, and third. By the end of the episode, he wins. You know, you could have had a whole overarching storyline throughout the entire first season where it's just, okay, Kingpin's campaigning, and then at the end of the season, he wins the mayorship. Exactly. He wins being mayor. Why do it in episode 1? Why?
Like, and you have like 2 seasons where they're planning a season 2.
And they're planning another Punisher show.
Yeah.
So, like, you could have done something throughout the span, at least of season 1. Maybe it's Daredevil cracking down on, like, how he became mayor, why he's trying to become mayor, Kingpin covering his tracks, you know, a little cat and mouse thing, and ultimately Matt fails because he becomes mayor anyways. You could have done something like that, but no. Mayor. First episode.
I love the line where he's like, Mayor Fisk, that sounds so badass. Shut up.
I love the Fix-It Felix hat they had.
Fisk can fix it.
He can fisk it.
Oh man, that line was so dumb in the first episode. Wait, was it the first or second episode?
I think it was the
second.
No, it was the first. It was yeah, I think Daniel said it at the beginning of the first one.
Also, the fact in the very beginning they had zero hesitation showing White Tiger.
Yeah,
I know they showed him off in the trailer, but like zero hesitation. Like, don't even give it a chance to have a mysticism. Let him come out in the first, like later on after like maybe season episode 2 or so. No, we're just gonna show footage of him beating up people at a convenience store or something.
Right.
Okay. And that also segues into season 2, episode 2. One complaint, I did not mind episode 2, but one complaint I do have is the guy who is White Tiger, I forget his name, but the detective, the dude with the glasses, and Matt Murdock's lawyer partner, they go to his wife's house. This is another spoiler too, by the way. He goes to the house, and while she's talking to the wife, the man is like going through, like being nosy, snooping through their room. He finds a box, and underneath and like under the bed, where you could easily just walk into their room and notice the bed. By the way, because the kitchen's right there. They open the box, the whole White Tiger outfit's right in the box. And I'm like, what? Out of all the places you could have hid that better, you decide your best bet is under a bed next to your kitchen while your wife and a detective and a lawyer is talking.
You'd think he'd have like a secondary location or something for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Not a layer per se like Daredevil has now.
Maybe not a layer, but you would think like maybe a secret floorboard or something.
A floorboard would make more sense. Maybe not in the middle of the room where he'd get like,
maybe not in the middle of the room, but maybe like
underneath
somewhere either underneath the bed or somewhere else in the house. Like have a hidden floorboard, maybe an attic or something, somewhere where it doesn't seem as convenient to hide that. No.
No.
You have a box underneath a bed.
Yeah.
Genius writing, Kevin. Genius writing for this awesome show.
Also,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was about to say, I know it's in the comics that like White Tiger has a mystical amulet. Matt straight up calls it his mystical amulet in the show.
Well, he didn't have his mystical amulet on, and the other lawyer's like,
what? What are you talking about?
That was so funny to me. I was laughing so hard. Like, that's me. That is me right there. That
in
guy.
A real conversation, you bring a mystical amulet. The first thing everybody in that room is going to do is like, what?
What the heck are you talking about?
We say the joke many times, but we would literally say that again.
Say that again.
Say that again.
I need to make that a video clip. But like, so my thing is with it was when Matt went to visit the White Tiger guy after they found the costume, and he's like, "You didn't tell me you were White Tiger. You were a vigilante." It's like, what were you doing 1 year ago?
What were you doing for 3 straight seasons? I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, it's like, I know you're not into that anymore, but like, still, like, what?
It's like, okay, it's like Captain America trying to tell, like, let's say Sam Wilson, he can't be a superhero. Meanwhile, you're Captain America.
Yeah, exactly.
If that makes any sense. Or like Batman saying, you can't be Robin. You can't be a vigilante. Meanwhile, he's still Batman.
Yeah, just more professional. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. It's like if Matt is good at hiding his secret identity for so long, then I don't see how other vigilantes couldn't. I mean, he's not the only smart vigilante out there. Like,
speaking of which, I do love the shout out to Punisher and Spider-Man in episode 2 in the beginning.
I liked it. Yeah. I hope Spider-Man shows up, actually, because that would make a lot of sense.
Only one can dream.
Life could be a dream. Yeah.
I almost forgot about one thing. We're calling about episode 1, and it's the most glaring problem I had.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire fight with Daredevil and Bullseye, it looked so off.
Yes, the CGI. The CGI.
Everybody was like on Twitter saying like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. It's still a good fight." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's a good fight." It still looked off.
Yeah, like
exactly.
It looks like paint. I don't know. It
looked more like a cutscene from a video game, if anything.
Exactly. Yes.
Especially when they get on the roof and Daredevil lands, he does the Spider-Man pose, jumps up in the air.
Yeah, he does.
He
jumps up in the air, somehow hits Bullseye, and Bullseye falls to the side instead of in front of him. And then he gets up with this most cutscene-esque animation that he went on and did.
Oh man!
And when they're on like the edge of the roof, it looked like they were in front of a backdrop.
Yes.
It didn't even look like they were on an actual roof. It looked like that was a backdrop they were in front of.
That fight was so bad. I personally,
I
didn't like it, especially like Daredevil swinging like Spider-Man.
Yeah. Remember, David? I'm the one that actually pointed out to you. Because I'm like,
Yes.
he's swinging just like Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you know it's the. Go ahead.
Just the CGI in general. Daredevil, do not use CGI with Daredevil. Please, please,
No.
please. If there's an explosion, that's one thing, but that should be the only thing. No freaking mystical amulet crap.
And you know
Anything
what's
like
the
that.
weird part about this?
What?
You remember like when he was coming down, like like Daredevil and Bullseye crashed through the window when they were about to fight.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
They actually were filming Charlie Cox in the suit, ziplining down from a scaffolding. He actually did it, landed on the street, and he was tackling Bullseye.
Yeah.
You didn't show that in the episode.
No.
No.
We just show him just coming out of nowhere and just crashing through a window.
It's just
But
like
the behind the scenes footage actually made it look cool.
Yeah,
Right.
is
I'm
that?
like, why?
Yeah.
Why did you keep that from us?
Because you already.
Wonky animation that you call a fight scene.
Well, it's because you already saw the behind the scenes, so we're trying to make it look different in the final product.
I don't buy that BS.
No,
I don't
and
buy
I'm-
that either.
I don't. We forgot. We're stupid. Is more likely what they mean to say, but
I'm
Yeah.
gonna find that gif. I'm gonna find like a gif of some Daredevil just standing up the way that he did.
yes,
Like,
share the screen when you find it. But
Yes, please.
yeah.
find that.
Just watching this show makes me want to watch the previous show so bad. Like I just want to watch the original one, man. It was so
Yeah,
much. It was just such a pretty looking show too. This Born Again show is ugly to look at.
Not to mention the dialogue in the original show was actually really good.
The dialogue here is taken a downward spiral.
Yes, it has.
And also, I forgot what I was gonna say. It was I was trying to make a Born Again joke, like Born Again is a spawn of something bad, but I don't know. It's already ruined. I can't say it anymore. It's Born Again in a bad way.
You know what's crazy? They don't even. It's like they tried to do the Born Again storyline in season 3, but when they call it Born Again in the show, it's not because of that storyline. They just do it because it's a revamp.
They should have called it. Just
That's
call it
right,
Daredevil not season 4. Daredevil. What's something related to this show that they could have called it? Title wise, like
I don't even know.
Daredevil Muse. No.
I have no clue.
Oh my goodness! Okay. I found it on Discord though, so I can't really share my screen. But I found the Spider-Man pose gif.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna
send it.
send it. I'll open it up on the I'll open it up in a tab.
Gotcha.
Oh boy. Okay, hang on. I'm getting it. See if I can. I'm trying to see if I can open it on here.
I hope you can.
Oh
open
my
this
God.
here.
No,
Oh
For
my
those
dang
who
it.
don't know what we're talking about,
I'm trying
if you
to-
haven't watch the episode.
Open
my
link.
God.
There we go. That's
Yeah,
what I want.
I just saw it on Discord. Oh.
I found it on Tenor, so we'll go to Tenor real quick here.
I don't trust any website with that name.
Oh boy. Oh
Spider Devil.
boy, that's so ugly.
Oh
Ew.
my God.
They also have the fight part where he's actually just punching Bullseye behind the backdrop.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
so dumb.
That's
To
very
make
dumb.
matters worse, he just before Born Again even happened, he was just on. Charlie Cox was just on Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man,
Ugh.
fighting Spider-Man, mind you. So
Mhm.
brilliant callback.
Yes.
Wow.
He was just there to say, hey, Norman Osborn sucks. Bye. He might be evil. Bye. And that's it. That's all he said.
Wow.
And also, speaking of Matt Murdock and Kingpin, they butchered my boy Kingpin so much.
They boosted them since the beginning of Hawkeye. Well, no, not the beginning of Hawkeye.
Well,
The
yeah.
episode that he appeared in.
Yes. Echo shot him in the eye and he survived.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they were making fun of it in this show, but they were laughing about it. And it was like, I don't know if they were saying, yeah, that was stupid. Or if it was like something else. I don't know. I'd like to think it was like, yeah, that was really stupid. But, yeah.
Oh my goodness, the more I think about episode 1, the more problems I keep remembering.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember? Oh yeah, and this is also. I hope it's not a persistent thing.
Oh yeah, David. I forgot to mention that Daniel kid. When he said straight up, I'm like, "What are you, Gen Z?"
Oh yeah, straight up.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't like the younger people.
Like Kingpin.
When Kingpin, right when he said like, "What do the younger people think of me?" And it's like, oh gosh, no, please don't, no, please don't bring them in here. Don't bring the TikTokers in here, please. I hate when TikTok's a thing now. But anyway,
yeah.
Donovan, what were you saying?
Okay, I hope it's not a persistent problem, but they didn't do this in the original show. When Matt Murdock has like his senses going awry or like he hears something, they zoom in and they do like this fisheye cam sort of deal, where it's like they hear something and then they zoom right back out, and it's so jarring that it's like, why are you editing this? Why are you doing it like this?
Yeah, the editing is swanky.
The editing is a bit off too.
Yeah, it was off.
Like Matt Murdock in episode 2 was hearing White Tiger's heartbeat just to detect if he was lying. It zooms in so far into his face. You hear the heartbeat, and then it zooms right back out.
Yeah.
Matt Murdock's on the street hearing like some dude he's trying to tail, like he's tailing behind him, zooms in deep into his face.
Yeah.
Then zooms in deep into the other guy's face. Then once he's finished, it zooms right back out. And it's so jarringly obvious. It's like, why?
I'm going to try to do a scene comparison, actually.
All right.
Let's see if I can get this. It was Daredevil episode 1 of season 1. And it was the introduction of Karen.
Also, Muse sucks at subtle, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Muse is there.
He's here.
Mm-hmm.
They shoehorned him in somehow.
Yes.
We still need the villain.
Yes, we do. But there was a part, it was, okay. This was a part in, this is more filmmaking wise for season 1 that is very interesting here. I'm going to share my screen now, right? Yes. All right, check this out.
Apartment covered in blood. His blood. No, I'm not stupid. I know how that sounds. But I'm telling you, we met at the bar. We had a few drinks. And I don't know what happened after that. It wasn't me. Please. Please, you have to believe me. I didn't kill him.
But you can tell just the filmmaking there is like very, there's not a lot of cuts. It's like very
it's more subtle, if anything, to me.
Yes, and it gets the point across just fine. And you see what you need to see, and they give it to you, and that's very well. But like when you pull up, was it the scene where he's interrogating or talking to White Tiger?
The first time.
Yeah, let's see. Born Again. White Tiger. Also, while I'm trying to find this, talk about how he sees stuff, how he's actually not blind.
I was just about to bring that up too.
Yes.
That man is not blind in this show.
No, he's not.
He is. There's one core reason why I don't believe he's blind. There's not a protester. There's a supporter of Kingpin's campaign. When Kingpin and Matt are talking in the diner, he knocks on the window and he's like, "Kingpin, yeah, Mayor Fist." Kingpin looks at the window. So does Daredevil, and then he turns around like it was nothing. And if you look close enough, you squint close enough, you can see Daredevil's eyes look at the window and then look right back at Kingpin. Like, you can't be blind, bro.
Yeah.
You not blind. We had the three of us, mostly me and David, had a whole joke convincing us that like he's only blind for the women.
Yes.
He's only blind. That's the whole of joke.
Respect, but like, how dare you? Oh man, I don't know,
I figured he wasn't blind the moment he started. Like the moment She-Hulk ripped the helmet off, he's like, oh. He's just looking down. He's not even trying. They couldn't even give him.
And we just think about if he was actually blind, he would be like looking at us like romantic scenes, like.
No, they couldn't even give him the generic, stereotypical blind man, like pale white or bluish eyes, or anything like that. They couldn't even do that.
He's just got beautiful eyes.
He's just normal.
Like, yeah,
and I get that's more realistic, but like, come on.
Exactly.
You get something sprayed into your eyes. You think your eyes would have like some serious disease, not disease, but some condition to it.
Yeah,
it doesn't happen.
Imagine if like you have no pupils left or something.
Yeah,
like I could see that working more. It was just straight white,
or it's just straight up like a milky white eye or something.
Mm-hmm. Nick Fury eye.
Yeah, they don't even do that. They
don't even do that.
It's like, hey, I'm faking it. I know I know he's not. I know Charlie's not actually blind, but like, bro.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, agreed. But like, I feel like Al Pacino did it better in his own movie, or like not his own movie. He doesn't have his own movie. What was it? Scent of a Woman, and he acted like a blind man, and he did it much better. But I do like Charlie Coxa. Hey, Devon, how's it going, man? Good to see you back. Okay, I'm gonna have to go over I had to go to Disney Plus for this. See if I can play this scene. Let's see if I can actually find where it like cuts and stuff. Try not to copyright it that much. Hopefully I don't get hopefully I don't get any. Let's see.
They never said nothing. All I was trying to do was break up a beating, okay?
So what happened to the officer?
One of them tripped, trying to take me out. Look,
I think it's a little further over. Okay.
He's gone.
See, why is it so close?
Is there anything you're not?
It is very close, and it's like too much. I think it's too much sound going on too.
Yeah.
For a heartbeat, I think. Like, I don't know where all that's coming from. It's like, it's reminding me of Man of Steel when Clark is like as a kid in school. You know what I'm talking about? That's the scene where it feels like it's like, you're not a Kryptonian, dude. And I know you got super hearing, but man, calm down.
Telling me.
No, man. Nothing.
I don't know. It's just too much.
It's even more jarring when he's like tailing the bad guy too. That's when it really starts to get finicky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why?
Yeah.
Why are we doing
I agree.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I want to talk about my favorite scene in episode 2. So when Kingpin's on the bridge. And there's a hole in the road. We keep talking about filling in the hole, which made me uncomfortable. But there was a hole in the road, and it was like, what are you doing? And he's like, we're trying to fix this hole. It's like, fill it now. And he's like, fill the hole. And it's like, what? And the whole defense is his explanation is like, I want to do better for the city because they can fill the hole in the road. It's like, do you know how this works? you'd be probably waiting twice as long, or you'd be waiting the exact amount. Like
He had better time just sitting there and waiting for traffic to clear. Because now not only does traffic have to stop so they can fill in the hole,
right?
Now you have to wait for it to go into a complete stop, fill the hole, wait for the cement to dry. First, they probably have to clean the hole too, or whatever. Fill it in, do everything, and then wait for it to dry. And after it's dry, you might be able to go.
Mm-hmm.
You're just sitting there.
Yeah, and it's just like,
and then everybody is just like a sheep because they're like, "Yeah, go Mayor Fisk. Fisk can fix it." Yeah.
There's
and
so
like
many.
The construction worker is like, "But we need a permit to fix this." It's like, consider it granted. Like, what?
And there's a bunch of NPCs voting for Fisk, and they're like, "Heck yeah, Fisk!" Well, and it's like not natural at all. It's like you can tell it's scripted bad, and it's just like people are just gathering around on their phones for Fisk. It's a weird moment, and it was very funny though. Just they massacred my boy. I don't like it. Yeah. Ty, what are your general thoughts? I forgot to ask your general thoughts.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm gonna say something that I said to you the first time we watched. I think it was episode 1. I don't know what to feel. I don't know how to feel about this show. Episode 1 and 2, I felt nothing. I didn't really care. I was so numb by all of this. And it's crazy because I was so excited for Dead of a Bone again. Like Donovan said, there was behind the scenes footage. And I was so happy I watched that. And I'm like, yes, they gotta do Daredevil right. And then when the trailer came out, I was like, this doesn't feel right for some reason. But you know what?
Right.
Maybe it's just me. The show has not come out yet. Maybe it could surprise me. And then when I saw episode 1 and then episode 2 with these guys, I was like, oh my God, no, this is not good. Not good. And I'm like, I don't know what it is, but something's off. Especially episode 1, the very beginning of it. I'm not gonna spoil it.
We already did. It's okay.
Okay. Well, Foggy dying is a freaking sin. Okay, it's a freaking sin. He's like the heart of the show. So it's like, why come up? First of all, why bring the actor back only to kill him off in the first episode? I told David this too. It reminds me of Maria Hill at the beginning of Secret Invasion, and that shows trash. But Maria Hill dies in episode 1, and I'm like, what the fuck? Sorry for my English, but
you got one more F-bomb.
Man, that was so stupid. And,
yeah.
And not only that, but Karen, she did die, but she left. So I'm like, oh my God. And I was stuck with these, I don't give a crap, name-o, side characters, whatever, that I don't want to kill. Like Kingpin is not Kingpin anymore. What is it? Daredevil, well, Matt Murdock, I should say. It's not Murdock anymore. He's not Matt Murdock anymore.
Yeah.
And Bullseye, they brought Bullseye back only to put him in prison.
Yeah, so far.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Way to waste a good villain.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, and Fisk winning for mayor. I thought the same thing. Too. I thought there was gonna be a winning theme throughout the entire first season. You know, him getting elected, some people most people voting for him. Some people are having debates about it. You know, it would have been interesting. But no, straight up, by the end of episode 1, he gets elected, he wins, and then episode 2, he's already male. So I'm like, okay, what we got to do with that?
Right.
And let's just spoil episode 3. I haven't seen episode 3, but I know something happens to a character. So I'm like, well, there's a waste of that.
I think I found out during this episode too when I was trying to find that clip. I was like, oh crap. I will say about Fisk being mayor, that should be something at the end of season 1. Yes. I think that would have been better. Like the ending of episode 1 should have been the end of season 1. And the reason he's becoming mayor, for those who don't know, I think it's because of Echo, because no one watched it.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah. And the reason this is happening is because there's a whole thing, because Echo's of like Native American descent, the Native Americans have a secret power now to heal people of their trauma or something like that.
Yeah, I heard of that. And I'm like, that's stupid.
It is. So they use it on Kingpin, and he starts crying. And now he's healed of his.
Wait, for real?
That's a scene. That is a real scene. I'm not gonna find it right now. Look it up on your own time. That is real. It's so.
I wish you were. I wish you were joking.
I wish I was. I thought. I hope this is April 1st, but it's not. It's March 15th. I had to check real quick. Yeah, it's March 15th. Yeah, that's probably why he's running for. That's probably the majority of why he's running for mayor, because he's wanting to do good, but apparently not, because he's still out of line in these 2 episodes so far. But yeah.
Oh, and oh my God, that scene, David. I know you just covered it, but that scene where he was like trying to dig a hole in the middle of a construction on the freeway of all things and traffic.
Yes.
I'm like, what are you?
What are you, stupid?
What are you, stupid or something?
Don't answer that question. Yeah. No, it's bad. It's not as atrocious as I thought it would be, but
no, and this is not. I mean, it's not atrocious. It's not terrible, but it's
right.
Definitely something that I didn't expect from Daredevil.
You shouldn't have brought it back. It was perfect. It was perfect, and it was great.
Actually, you should have even brought Daredevil in the MCU. She-Hulk. I can't get that. I can't get that image out of my head.
No, yeah, you do that, and then you put him in Echo for a cool fight scene.
Oh yeah, that scene in Echo.
Yeah,
that was not a cool fight scene in my opinion.
Yeah, but even before that, you have him in No Way Home, basically revealing his identity by catching a brick, which Spider-Man was about to catch, and people knew he was Spider-Man already. So
he's a really good lawyer.
He's a really good lawyer.
I know. Good lawyers.
I know how else he's a good lawyer. He takes off his helmet in the end of episode 1, only to get discovered by the same cop guy with glasses again.
This cop has a go-lucky time finding out who vigilantes are.
God forbid he becomes a Spider-Man villain.
Yeah,
is this over?
What's that character's name? I forgot.
I forget his name already.
I didn't even bother to remember.
No, that's how little we care. What's his?
Tell me how you really feel.
Tell
me how you really feel.
Yes, I don't care for this guy. No. What is this guy? He should be in the cast, and they don't. Oh, Clark Johnson. Okay. They just call it. His name is just Clark Johnson. He doesn't have a name.
Is he a comics character?
Let's see. Clark Johnson, Daredevil. Who does he play in Daredevil? Okay, his name's Cherry.
Cherry Bomb.
Cherry Blossom.
Cherry Bomb. Let's see if he has a full name. Is it just Cherry? Gotta have a last name. It's just Cherry. Why?
Cherry. Mr. Cherry, you're over.
His nickname is Cherry Cola.
Cherry Marvel.
I think this is. I'm on the Marvel, the MCU wiki. This is the only thing that I'm getting out of this guy. So he must have been only like a character they created for the show.
Why?
Still been regardless.
Yeah.
Cherry Bomb.
Cherry Bomb. Him finding out Matt was Daredevil is a cherry bomb.
Yeah.
3.5 out of 10 for me so far.
Dang.
Or 4.
Dang.
For me, it's 3. 3 out of. What are we doing? 3. Are we doing by 10s? Are we doing?
We're
by
just
10s?
doing 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, just half scores.
I'll give it a 3.
Let me give you a decision when all the episodes come out, and then I'll make a final verdict. Because that's just only the few first episodes. It could improve.
It could.
As the show
Fair
progresses, it could be better.
It could, yeah.
So let's wait till we get a final verdict after season 1 is over.
Yeah.
Fair enough point.
Fair enough. At least we still have Spider-Man who hasn't been. Well, that's debatable.
Hasn't been what?
Spider-Man
hasn't been trifled with or been. Spider-Man who hasn't been, something. I'm trying to find the right word for that.
He hasn't been ransacked by Marvel's writing yet.
No. Homeway no. Homeway no is debatable.
Spider-Man Homelander.
Dude. I'd watch that. Spider-Man versus the boys, versus
I would watch that too.
Yeah. I mean, they might as well.
Could he actually be Homelander? That's the question.
He's got spider sense, and that could work for a character like Homelander because he doesn't really try with his powers.
No. I was saying no because he doesn't try at all.
Right. I mean, if it was like Superman, then it would be really hard, but
if it was Superman, there wouldn't be a fight.
No. There would be no debate.
If it was Batman and Spider-Man fighting, then that would be a fight. But
that would be a fight, but I kind of feel bad for Batman in that regard.
Oh yeah, me too.
Unless it's Batfleck. I feel like he probably would.
He could put up a fight. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Excuse my language. He might hoe Spider-Man though.
Ho.
He might do it. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's the only one I could genuinely see doing that though.
Mm. Yeah.
Come on, Peter Tingle.
Ugh.
Well, if you're calling it that.
Yeah. You have to stop calling them terrorists.
You gotta stop calling them terrorists.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. You've got to do better, Senator.
You need to shut up.
Yes.
Yes.
You need to do better, Senator. Harrison Ford comes out of nowhere and says, "You're not Steve Rogers." Walks out.
Yeah.
I refuses to elaborate further.
You know what's funny is like in the show when that you've got to do better. Whoa.
Better.
What?
Benito.
Whoa. You've got to do better speech. And the senator is like, you don't know how this stuff works. And Steve and Sam goes, you're right. And he's like, no. And then he just goes on. And it's like, and then it's like, you're not Steve Rogers. You're right. I'm not.
Yeah, as long as he said, yeah, I'm better. As long as he didn't say that, we good.
Yeah. But it's just like, that's his power move. This is trump card. It's like, you're right.
That's like when a kid loses a play fight in the school and they're like, no.
Yeah.
No. Oh, yeah. It's for real.
Luke, I am your father.
No.
The fuck you mean? No.
I am your father. No. Okay.
No. You're not my dad.
Just sadly walks away. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually watching the scene now.
No, the Falcon scene?
Yeah.
Can you share your screen, actually? I want to see this again.
Okay, it's not the best quality, but all right.
It's all right. They'll probably pick it up.
What's that?
Hopefully.
Where are you? There you go. You're not Steve Rogers.
No. They're giving like actual points, and the show's not meaning to make them right, but they unironically are, and it's funny.
It's like they're not supposed to be right, but they wind up sounding like they're right in this situation.
Yes,
exactly.
Like John Walker.
John Walker did nothing wrong.
He did not.
Nothing.
You know, you're right. Let's give it up for Sam Wilson, our Captain America, ladies.
Yeah, America,
and that's a good thing.
What?
It's a good thing you don't understand.
What?
Okay?
Because I'm a citizen of the United States.
That's like if a voter just willingly voted for anyone, not because they understood the assignment. They just felt like it.
Yeah, it's like, I could vote for someone.
But you're going to vote for this person, and they're going to do this, that, and the third. It's like, yeah, you're right. I don't know what they're doing. I'm voting anyways. At least get your facts straight before you do it.
Yeah.
Okay, why he look cross-eyed?
For you.
Look how white his eyes are.
Dude, they are. They are white.
CGI was not doing right.
Also, that'd be funny
Also,
if it was.
I don't mean to be offensive or anything. Why he out here trying to sound like a fake civil rights activist right now for terrorists?
Because Disney, I don't know. No, you're right. It's
2021 was definitely a year.
That was a year
that somehow flipped under the radar.
So much happened. I forgot.
So much happened, yet so much didn't happen.
Facts.
To feel how hard any given day is. Now you know. How did it feel to be helpless?
What the fuck is he saying? That's the face. That's the face I'm getting.
He's just like, please shut up, dude. Please stop. You're not making yourself look good here.
No, you're not. He's looking like, what is bro yapping? Undermining what Thanos did, but
it's like wiping half of the. They're trying. Like that. That was an awkward time. Okay,
David's
that was
just broke.
David X broke.
David.exe is not working.
Yes.
Yeah.
David JPEG is done.
The exact same impact.
That doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Calm
matter.
down.
No one gave a shit until you mentioned it.
Yeah. Like,
for real.
This is literally if Captain Marvel had an argument with some dude and it's like, is it because I'm a woman? I'm a woman with superpowers. No one cared about your gender till you said something.
Right.
Sam, no one cares about your race till you brought it up.
Yeah,
everyone. Now you're projecting.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, he's Captain America. Okay, sure.
Yeah, who cares?
Not Steve, but yeah, he's cool.
It's not a race thing. It's not a gender thing. It's literally just you being a superhero. Grow up out of that freaking race car BS, bro. Stop.
Yes.
Stop it.
Yes, please.
Get some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
Well, black man holding the stars and stripes. Okay, as if it wasn't as painfully obvious. What gave you that impression?
I'm a black man wearing the stars. Yeah, good job.
Okay. Meanwhile, War Machine / Iron Patriot in the corner be like,
no one gives him any.
No one gives War Machine any credit, and that's
He's
sad.
so much better than Sam.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Don't I understand? Black man carrying the stars and stripes. What don't I understand? I'm a black man.
Okay.
I was so confused. I thought it was broken.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Better clip that. That's how much. That doesn't show how much I get irked about lines like that.
I'm a black man carrying the stars and stripes. What don't I understand?
Well, sir.
Well.
Well,
That was an actual
put it that way.
my bad.
No, it's.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. But that was too funny.
yeah, I'm sorry too.
David, please make a clip of that.
Yes, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the new meme of DDiscussioMs now, and possibly for MovieBlaze1's podcast.
I'll be on mine for some.
Oh.
I have officially killed David.
I am deceased. This was a plan by Donovan just to take over my.
This is what happens if you. This is what happens if you don't pronounce the DDiscussioMs right.
You die of suffocation from hearing black man wearing stars and stripes.
What don't I understand?
What don't I understand? Now every time I watch this, I'm gonna think of this moment, this year, and I'm just gonna freaking die of laughter.
You know what you should do?
What?
You should watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier with your folks, and when this scene comes up, we'll play it on loop. Like I did just now.
I'm a black man wearing the stars and stripes.
What don't I understand? I gotta find more lines like this from Marvel and that's gonna be a recurring joke now.
Dude, that's if I don't pass trig this semester, my dad's gonna shit in my mouth.
Yeah.
I'm a black man wearing the stars and stripes. What don't I understand?
This is the face of a man who doesn't understand.
Me when he doesn't understand.
I just love how David was like, he thought it was,
dude.
Thought it was
Oh my god.
I thought it was too at the beginning.
Yeah, I could just envision your face just like every time.
As what?
Just your face, just like every time you play it, it's just like. Let's finish this. I want to.
All right, from the top now.
I'm a black man carrying the stars and stripes. What don't I understand?
All right, that's it. That's
Okay.
it. I'm not gonna do it anymore.
Okay, good. Oh.
Every time I pick this thing up,
Also, it's a thing now.
I feel it. The stares, the judgment. and there's nothing I can do to change it. Yet I'm still here.
I want to point out real quick that Isaiah Bradley, best part in that show and best part in Captain America: Brave New World. I almost said Falcon.
I mean,
My bad.
his acting was good, but the retcon of him being the first super soldier or whatever it was, that was weird.
Yeah. Wait, you're talking about in the movie?
In the show. There's a whole retcon of sorts. And I don't know.
That's stuck in my head.
And now that I feel like Isaiah Bradley's also in this whole like oh, the black man can't be Captain America thing. Like that's what he's involved in, and it's hard for me to like Isaiah Bradley because of like the story they told with him. I want to like him, and I think the actor's doing a good job, but I personally just it's not working for me. But I understand it works.
Yeah, I think I said on the episode when we reviewed Brave New World or talked about Brave New World, I was this close to tearing up with his character.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
What don't I understand? I gotta see now. This is why I don't play like this because it's gonna backfire on me and it's gonna be looping in my head now.
No super serum, no blonde hair or blue eyes.
Oh,
You need
so
super
you're the
serum.
perfect specimen now. Is what you
Yeah.
The only power I have is that
is that being a black man. What doesn't he understand?
The only power I have is black power.
I believe we can do better.
Steve didn't believe that? Is that okay, hang on. You just said she died for living her dreams and like fighting against you. Now you don't want another one. So it's like, are you for her or not? It's so weird. She blew up people. Okay.
Yeah.
She's a mass murderer.
She
had no remorse.
Yeah.
Better than them. That's what happened. She did what you clearly couldn't, even though Hydra did that back in 2014.
Yeah. That was such a perfect
That was a perfect ending.
Oh, it's like, so you can move borders and stuff. You can do all this. Well, you're Captain America. You. Oh my gosh. You don't know how shit works, and you're just like, we'll just do that then. What an
This
idiot.
is what happens when superheroes think they're above the law. They
Yeah.
think they can do that.
Yeah.
You're only capped for like a day.
Yeah.
I'm God now. I'm Jesus. Not Jesus, Jesus.
Oh.
Kanye.
Oh,
That's what Kanye called himself.
I just told you who I thought I was. A god.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good vine. Have you seen this South Park's episode?
The fish sticks one.
Yeah, I haven't seen it
love
myself, but I
They
want
said
to.
Kanye actually was genuinely mad at that episode.
Yeah. There was a South Park episode talking about fish stick. There's fish sticks and there's fish dicks. It's like, do you like?
Okay.
And there's like, do you like fish sticks? And it's like, yeah, that means you're a gay fish. So,
Wow.
And
and
they
it's
used
like,
Kanye West in it. And the whole joke was Kanye didn't understand the joke. Because he was like, I'm not a gay fish. Do you like fish sticks? Yes. Well, you're a gay fish. I'm not a gay fish. That was the whole joke throughout the entire episode. Kanye in real life was like, why? Like, well, what's the point of you making fun of me now?
yeah.
It's like, he literally didn't get the joke in and out of the episode. That's the funny part.
That's good. And at the end of the episode, he he turns from his ways and actually becomes a gay fish, becomes one with the sea, and he actually becomes a gay fish. That's good.
Yeah.
I do want to show y'all something here. We're moving on to Spider-Man, 2 Spider-Man things that I thought were interesting. So, have we forgotten about the Spider-Man Noir show? Because I have to be reminded that it's coming out sometime. I don't know when, but I found this to be interesting. I actually found it to be kind of silly to an extent. The Spider Noir, that's what they're calling it. Spider Noir series may get a black and white release alongside a color release. When we filmed it, the monitors were all black and white, so you got this feeling and it looked very, very authentic. So I think I would have thought it makes sense to be in black and white. Why would it be in color? I mean, the color looks good in this picture if you really toned it down, but I feel like that's kind of like the environment that you're supposed to put him in is a black and white.
I mean, it could work for him.
Yeah.
This is kind of reminding me of like when Werewolf by Night released a color version. It's like, don't do that, man.
Yeah. I refuse to watch. I mean, I watched Werewolf by Night, the original version. I didn't care about the color version.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that's so stupid. Why would you do that?
Right. Yeah. But that's yeah. And I think all of us have probably heard about this already. About Sadie
She
Sink.
was off the whale.
She was in the whale in Stranger Things. The current theory is that Sadie Sink is joining Spider-Man 4 and will be introduced as X-Men Jean Grey. She could also be introduced as Mary Jane Watson. Do you think this is good casting for either of those?
No.
Yeah, same.
No.
Wait.
She's a great actress, but no.
You know what's weird is like Mary Jane Watson. We had an MJ, but that's Michelle Jones. So why are they both named MJ? That's weird.
Yeah,
That's so
and
weird.
what would be the role of having 2 MJs? Is one going to be like multiversal because they want? I think it was either. I think Sony's the one that wants a multiverse Spider-Man film, and Disney's Disney wants it street level. It might be wrong. It might be the other way around. I know it was something like that with Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, Sony's the multiverse side.
Yeah, if Sony wants the multiverse side, is she going to be multiverse MJ? Because it still doesn't make sense, but it would even make less sense if you have 2 MJs.
Right. They're probably trying to. Sorry, go ahead.
And for Jean Grey, I get if they want to make a younger X-Men, but I can't see her being Jean Grey. She's a bit more on the younger side.
Yeah, she looks young. She's actually in her 20s, believe it or not. But yeah, she does look a little too young. Especially if you even compare her to Tom Holland, it's still
yeah.
Dude's almost 30 if you can believe it.
That's crazy to even think about.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's a soft reboot thing they're trying to do after Secret Wars. I could see it happening because I know they're bringing Fantastic Four in. They're trying to do X-Men, and maybe they're the 2 main players of teams for this next saga. Bless you.
That was a cough.
I can take the blessing away if you want.
Damn.
Take it away.
No.
Okay.
I take away your power.
Raw unlimited power.
Yeah.
No. But since Secret Wars is the last movie in the multiverse saga, which, by the way, what a saga that has been.
Yeah, what a saga.
As in, what was in that saga is what I meant to say.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's weird.
I can only sum up the multiverse saga in like one sentence. Well, actually, 4 words: fan service and nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's about it. So fan service can be great.
Yeah,
I think they hammered
Yeah.
onto it a bit too much.
I think
Oh
they
yeah,
do.
for real.
I think they do the wrong kind of fan service.
Meaning,
So fan service. They think we mean get accurate costumes and stuff. Well, that's true to an extent, but we mostly just want character accuracy too. Like if you're trying to bring back old characters like Daredevil, I would.
make it accurate to the old show.
Sure, exactly. Maybe get the old people back, which you didn't. And I think that would
They did, but didn't.
Right. Yeah. That's true. And yeah, I don't know what it is. They just don't think about talented people. And like you get like there was a time, remember when the writers for Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars used to be so Jeff Loveness, who did Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, who wrote that.
Oh.
I think he was supposed to write Secret Wars or something, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Either that,
Yeah, I think I remember that.
either that or King Dynasty with Michael Waldron, who wrote Multiverse of Madness and Loki season 1. Which bad idea. Multiverse of Madness did so much damage to that universe, and it's just very poorly written. And Loki, you can have your own opinions on that. Personally, I think it destroyed Loki, making him too soft and not himself, especially if you're getting the 2012 Loki from Avengers 1, which I would assume would be it would be his most evil at that point, and just automatically change like that to a good guy is kind of weird. And just a bunch of other things, but it's the multiverse mechanics that don't work well together, and they don't talk to each other. These other creators and stuff for each project, they don't talk to each other, and then once you get these guys, and especially like Michael Waldron, when he did Loki, he made up his own rules about multiverse stuff. Then he wrote Doctor Strange 2, and then that has its own separate rules, not tied to Loki or anything. They're just completely different rules now. So you're not even looking back at your own thing that you wrote, or anyone else's for that matter, to make it make sense. And now you're just writing whatever you feel like writing, like they're not connected at all, and that's not a good thing to do. And then you get, they're not working on it anymore because, King Dynasty doesn't exist anymore. But even before King Dynasty was canceled, Michael Waldron was fired. So I think they saw the writing on the wall there. I was like, yeah, that doesn't sound good. So they got rid of him. And Jeff Loveness. I have no idea what's happened to him. But yeah, I could see Marvel getting back into the light a little bit in terms of like just a tiny bit. They're hiring not as great writers, but they're not hiring the worst people ever. And I don't know. It's just a weird time. Marvel's in a weird place, and it has been. We all know this. I just find that interesting.
Yeah, they've been in the real place since Endgame. Well, after Endgame. My bad.
I mean, honestly, yeah, during Endgame there are some things about Endgame that are time travel related. Doesn't make sense. That's when that's when it started, but it wasn't as bad as it is now. Like some stuff in Endgame, it was a satisfying ending, but it's not my favorite MCU thing. And it's good for fans, but as a film, it doesn't really work that much. Infinity War, I would much prefer over.
Same.
But yeah, it definitely after Endgame though is when stuff went downhill. And Captain Marvel helped it. Yeah.
Yeah, that movie was so necessary for the plot of Endgame.
Mm-hmm. She showed up for like maybe 10 minutes of screen time, less than 10 minutes of screen time. I'm gonna look that up actually.
I like this one. No, you don't. Stop lying.
What?
Yeah.
Remember when Thor was like, I like this one?
Oh yeah.
No,
No,
you
you don't.
It was
Captain-
like every one of us was just thinking, oh, he about to grab Stormbreaker and they about to duke it out.
yeah.
Or at least tell her off. Like, didn't even do any of that.
Oh, yeah, true. It's like they had to say it just because she's, cool. Yeah, screen time is 6 minutes in Endgame for Captain Marvel. You could have just introduced her there. Like, yeah.
So yeah, dude.
See, and that way you don't have to retcon the Avengers, like the first Avengers. Because
they do that.
yeah, if you remember in the first Avengers, it was stated that Thor was their introduction to other things out in the world, like out in space, was Asgard. That was the first thing. But since Captain Marvel's in the 90s, so that's not true. Actually, Captain Marvel and the Korean stuff was their first introduction, not Asgard. No.
But if that's the case, where was Captain Marvel? And
Yeah.
why do you decide to show up now?
Exactly.
A whole Chitauri invasion, a whole AI invasion.
Mm-hmm.
You wait till Thanos show up. Oh, not to mention there was also heroes fighting heroes. And a whole other slew of stuff happening.
Yeah.
You now show up.
Right.
Because someone decided to snap their fat fingers.
Mm-hmm. And not only that, I think it's also weird that S.H.I.E.L.D. wasn't really involved in Civil War themselves.
Yeah. They actually weren't.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you letting the heroes fight each other? But after Age of Ultron, you were trying to like show yourselves as like, okay, we're not by Hydra anymore. We're not under the gaze of Hydra. We're clean now. We're supposed to be the good guys, like we were intentionally supposed to be.
Right.
You could have showed that by helping out the heroes, both Team Cap and Team Iron Man. You chose not to. Why?
Yeah. And even in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., there was like a mention of Civil War. And
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of weird that S.H.I.E.L.D. wouldn't really do anything about that. I do need to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. though.
I only want to watch it just for Robbie Reyes.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. I liked that time when we just had MCU shows that you didn't have to watch to understand the movies.
Yeah.
Good days.
In a way, and I know this is completely different, it was kind of like the CW Arrowverse, where it's like you didn't have to watch the DCEU to understand these characters because they were their own thing.
Right. Yeah.
Same goes with the Defenders. Like, yeah, they were in the MCU, but you didn't have to watch the Marvel films or read the comics to know who these characters were.
No.
Just there you go.
Right.
What happens behind the scenes when all like otherworldly events are happening?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Also, now that I think about it, where was Captain Marvel during Guardians of the Galaxy too? Because like you had Ronan the Accuser, who showed up in Captain Marvel, didn't he? He was hunting the Power Stone. Why didn't you go after him? Why he was hunting after the Power Stone? You just let like, I guess you figured, now I'm just let these randoms do it.
I guess so. Like,
you're just gonna let a talking raccoon, a talking tree, a green lady, a pro wrestler, and Emmett from the Lego Movie just handle business. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And the tree dies, and it was sad when the tree died.
Yeah, in the intro movie, that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why she would need a pager to know when things are going wrong. I could see her she could be like a Silver Surfer who just goes everywhere, but just a guardian of all the galaxies.
What other threat was she fighting though? Whereas it took her so much time from the 90s up till now, where it's like I was fighting stopping other stuff in different galaxies or something. Okay, like what? What
Right.
was so bad that they didn't have to address it? Because you could build up on that too, but they didn't.
Right.
Wait, did they kind of address it in the Marvels?
I know they tried to address it in Endgame.
There was something, yeah, in Endgame, there was a clip. I have it right here.
Yeah.
So I can play it. Let's see.
Yeah, show that clip if we can.
Okay. I got the clip right here.
Oh,
Such a cringe clip.
If we do this, how do we know it's going to end any differently than it did before?
Because before you didn't have me.
Hey, everybody in this room is about that superhero life. And if you don't mind my asking, where the hell have you been all this time?
There are a lot of other planets in the universe. And unfortunately, they didn't have you guys.
What does that mean they didn't? What does that mean they didn't have you guys? Like,
they had you. And you claim you're the strongest one. They had you.
Right.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
had a Nova Corps.
They did have a Nova Corps. Yeah.
They had a lot of things. Maybe stuff that we don't even know about.
Maybe.
What you talking about?
Yeah. Well, wasn't it destroyed? It was destroyed because Thanos took the Power Stone for them, right?
Yeah, but then they rebuild eventually.
Well,
that's
true. Well, you kind of right, because you're right. I'm thinking of Guardians 1 still.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember they said like in Infinity War or like on the behind the scenes of it, Thanos did take the Power Stone from Nova Corps, but they showed it off screen to save time. Why he started off with it.
Right.
It still doesn't give you an excuse. Like there are many other planets that had problems, and unfortunately, they didn't have you. What were you doing? That's why I wish the Marvels was just a prequel, or not a prequel, but like a sequel to the movie that explained what she was doing leading up to Endgame, or at least do that in like the first film. Like, what were you doing?
Right. That would have been a lot more interesting.
That would have.
I wish we had more self-contained. I mean, self-contained in the sense of like having just the character by themselves and not having these Monica Rambeau, Miss Marvel characters show up because no one cares.
You know what have been? Go ahead.
I mean, like no one cares about Captain Marvel either, but you could care about her more.
Yeah. You know what would have been cool? They had scrolls in the first film. Why didn't they pull that? Why did they do the Secret Invasion arc in the Captain Marvel 2?
Right.
That's where you could have done Secret Invasion right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could have done that. Definitely. Where would you put the scrolls though? Like, where would be a good place to put them at?
I mean, because you could go back to Earth, but like,
right.
Or you could put them in planets akin to Earth,
right? But I was just mainly thinking about like if you were to do the scroll invasion right, and you had it in the MCU on Earth.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to retcon anything that's already been established.
Right.
So it'd have to be a minor character, I think. So definitely not Rhodey. We need Rhodey.
No. Definitely not Nick Fury or Maria Hill either.
No. Maria Hill, I could actually kind of see. I don't remember anything like vital that she's done or like very important, but I could see it. I mean, that's a nice way. But I could see her being a Skrull more. Right. You remember Earth's Mightiest Heroes?
Yeah,
that was they did such a good job with that.
I saw a video yesterday. Like showcasing season 3, but what it would have been, because
Mm.
one of the showrunners actually like they were like showing all the episodes and what they had made prior to its cancellation, and there were some good ideas in there, like time travel with Iron Man and Doctor Doom, like that. They had that. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver actually debuting in the show in the Avengers before MCU did it, because like Magneto was introduced, and so were the Brotherhood of Mutants, and I guess that was going to have the Brotherhood versus the Avengers instead of X-Men, which would have made sense because you already had Wolverine, and they did have a picture of Cyclops in like on one like a poster board or something. So that would have happened. Then they would have defected. They had that going for them. They had the Ragnarok story going on too.
Ooh.
Thor, I think they said would have died in the show.
Interesting.
So they had a lot of things, and it was just mostly like episode plot synopsis. They had a lot of good stuff going for them, but of course circumstances was like, no, we gotta cancel the show, which sucks because there could have been a whole lot more they could have addressed. The thing that I took away from it though was Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver joining the Avengers.
Yeah, it's because the MCU had to do its thing now. And then same with Spider-Man. I think with Spectacular Spider-Man, I feel like it kind of got the same thing because Disney was buying something. I forgot.
That one I might have to look into deeper as to why they canceled that.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Because I know they did Ultimate Spider-Man in 2012, and that was 3 years after Spectacular Spider-Man got canceled, I think. So,
no, it would have been 4 years.
Okay. Yeah.
Didn't it get canceled in 09 or 08?
It was 09, I think.
If it's 09, then it would be 3 years. Well,
yeah.
Because I know the show started in 08.
That's right. Let's see. 2008.
In year was 09, so it is 3 years.
Okay. Gotcha. But yeah. Dude, that had a lot of good things going for it too.
Yeah.
They had
I'm still mad we couldn't see Carnage and Kingpin in the show.
Oh yeah, that would have been good. Hobgoblin looks sick. Or he would have been sick. Scorpion didn't happen.
No.
Gwen Stacy's death, I don't know if they could have be allowed to do that.
No, probably not.
Probably not. But you know, interesting. Well, is there anything else y'all want to talk about, or I don't really have anything?
You're not winning.
I have to go in a few minutes, so I don't have anything either.
Yeah.
I'm kind of tired.
Yeah. At least we made it longer than 1.5. But
I do have one thing, and I'll wrap it up real soon.
Okay.
Regarding Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man 3, this was uploaded by the Direct on June 21st, 2023. Josh Keaton revealed plans about the show. This is heartbreaking. They would have had 5 seasons, and the final 5th one would have been him graduating high school.
Dang.
The star pointed out the characters, though, who would have been a bigger part of the show going forward, included the likes of Carnage, Sin Eater, Hobgoblin, and more.
Sin Eater? Dude. Sin Eater's good. Sin Eater's very interesting.
We could have had a really good stuff there.
Mm-hmm. And they talked about direct to DVD movies too.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing of that, which that would have been awesome. But yeah, unfortunate. But oh yeah, when's I know there's a Spider-Man Day.
Oh yeah.
I know Mario Day was on March 10th.
Yeah,
August
Mario
1st.
Day was
August 1st. Okay, we need to do a Spider-Man thing if we can.
You know what we need to do?
What?
Read Amazing Fantasy 15.
Oh, just for like, okay, yeah, that'd be fun. We just read it.
Just for that day. That'd be nice.
That would be nice. And just talk about Spider-Man all day. It could just be a special stream.
Yeah.
But anyway, a taste of what's to come, dear viewer. But for now, we leave you. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like on this stream. Check out the other episodes of this podcast and check out my other videos as well. Also, check out MovieBlaze1 and his podcast, Movies and Beyond. And Donovan, if you're still doing stuff on YouTube, check him out too.
Unfortunately, I had to take a hiatus due to school, but I will try to come back.
Yes, but he will be back.
Yeah.
Don's comic domain will rise again.
Yeah.
And yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys another time or next week somewhere.
Peace, we out.
Yup.
Peace.